Good morning, first grade. Welcome to your reading lesson for today. We are on Module 2, Day 26. We have been learning in this module what we can discover about animals' unique features. Now, our focusing question task, what we have been learning for yesterday and the next few lessons is how do animals use their unique features in unexpected ways or surprising ways? Our goal today and what we should be able to do by the end of the day today or by the end of our lesson today is what is happening in Never Smile at a Monkey. Now, for the materials, you will need your Wit and Wisdom notebook or journal, handout 29A from your workbook, and a pen or a pencil. If you have a copy of the book Never Smile at a Monkey, then that's great. If not, that's okay. We have linked a PDF version here on this slide, so you can always look at the book there. Yesterday, we started a new book, Never Smile at a Monkey. We learned about platypus and cone shells and hippopotamus and ways that they protect themselves. We observed and we noticed about the text that we read. Today, we are going to continue with Never Smile at a Monkey and find out what is happening in the text. First, let's take a look at the word protect. Right here, I've inserted a picture of the word protect. If everybody can say protect. Good job. Protect means to keep away from danger. We will continue learning about different animals and the way they protect themselves. Today, with Miss Spears, you are going to learn about author's point. Author's point is the point of view of the author, and they will give reasons why they believe the way that they do. You might agree or disagree with them, but they are using reasons to try and convince you that they are correct. Let's continue with Miss Spears to learn more about author's point. When you are done with part 1, you will go to the next slide and type the author's point and at least one reason in the boxes I provided. Let me show you. So you will read about a few different animals and figure out the author's point and the reasons with Miss Spears. But the very last one, when you read about hippopotamuses, you will be writing down in your journal the author's point and either one or two reasons. Then you can you can either take a picture of what you wrote in your journal and insert it on this slide, or you can type in the boxes. You can type your author's point here, and you can type your reason. And I will see you back soon for part 2.
And one way to keep track of the author's point and reasons is to use buttons and boxes to help guide us. The process for determining an author's point and reasons is similar to figuring out the main topic and details, like we do when we're using the buttons and boxes routine. The author's point is like the main topic, and the reasons are like the buttons or the key details. Let's see this in action. I'm going to read page 4, and then I'll try to figure out the author's point and reasons. But before I begin, I want to explain 2 vocabulary words that you'll hear. The first word is barbs. Barbs. Barbs are sharp points that stick out. And the second word is harpoon. A harpoon is kind of like an extra long arrow. I'll say it one more time. A harpoon is kind of like an extra long arrow. Listen carefully as I read page 4. Never collect a cone shell. If you notice one of these beautifully patterned shells on the seafloor, you might be tempted to pick it up. That would be a big mistake. The cone shell hunts and defends itself with poison barbs that can be launched like harpoons. The barbs are so poisonous that you can die within minutes of being stabbed. Now, Let me think about the message or the point the author is trying to tell me on this page. I think he's trying to tell me not to collect or pick up a cone shell. Now, let me try to find some reasons why I shouldn't pick one up. This line says you may be tempted or want to pick it up, but it doesn't explain why you shouldn't pick it up. So I need to keep looking for some reasons why I shouldn't pick up a cone shell. Okay, here's another sentence. The cone shell has poisonous barbs. I want you to put your thumb up if you think that gives us a reason not to collect a cone shell. I agree. That is a reason not to collect a cone shell because barbs are sharp and poisonous things are dangerous. Here's one more sentence. If you get poked by one, it could kill you. Put your thumb up or down if you think that's a reason that supports the author's point. Yes, that's definitely a reason for not picking up a cone shell. Never pet a platypus. This peculiar-looking animal appears harmless, even comical, as it waddles about. The platypus, however, is the only poisonous mammal. It has venomous spurs on its hind legs, and it can give you a very painful jab. Now think, what's the author's point or message? What's the author's point or message? Share it with your learning partner or just say it aloud. Yes, the author's point is don't pet a platypus. What are the reasons why we shouldn't pet a platypus? Share with your learning partner or just say it aloud. Yes, it has poisonous spurs and it can jab you. Okay, friends, now it's your turn. I'm going to read about the hippo on page 5 and page 6. You'll be listening for the author's point and reasons. Page 5 says, never harass a hippopotamus. And now I'll read page 6, which you can see on the screen. Hippos kill more people in Africa than any other wild animal. If a hippopotamus finds its path to the water blocked, or if it thinks that its baby is threatened, it will charge, attacking with an enormous mouth and long tusks. Now what I'd like you to do is share with your learning partner, or just say it aloud, the author's point and reasons. I'll say it one more time. Share with your learning partner, or just say aloud the author's point and reasons. Now, write down the author's point and at least one reason that supports that point in your journal. If you'd like